right? Remember, their eyes. You never heard any E's, no U's, no O's. Okay? So a lot of times what you're hearing, you hear this here, shalom, that's like what we call Yiddish, okay? Or German Hebrew, if you will, okay? But it is actually pronounced shalom, okay? Pronounced shalom. So let's put a big X over that, okay? And now shalom. Does anybody know what shalom means? Sis?
Peace.
Very good. Now, shalom means peace. Okay? So now, shalom for us is a way of, as blacks today, when we greet somebody, what's up? How you doing? What's going on with you? You good? Right? All that here sums that up. Shalom. Peace, brother. Good? You understand? Cool. All right. Yes, question 6.
So how would you write that in Assyrian?
Okay, that's a very good question. All right. So everybody knows I like to be, as you can say, color coordinated. All right. Cool. First, let's get rid of this abomination. All right. So now, how would you write that in Hebrew? All right. And that's also a very good question, because here's why. Okay, cool. So now, real quick, when you hear shalom, how many syllables do you hear? You hear 2, right? Shalom. Okay. So now let me write it for you. I'll first write it for you. Yeah, I'll write it for you in Assyrian. Okay. Now, in Assyrian, Hebrew, in Hebrew, we write from right to left. Okay. So now, here's how it's going to be written in the Hebrew. Now, that's one way. That's one way to write it. Shah, La, and Ma. Those are the characters, right? But here's another way of writing it. And you can see this in the text. Shah, La, okay? So now here, at the top, we have Shah, La, and Ma. On the bottom, we have Shah, La, Wa, Ma. Cool. So now let me write this out. Let me write the syllables out next, okay? And now for the syllables, I'll write them from left to right, okay? Okay. So this is the first one here. We have Shah, La, and Ma. Right? Cool. Now for the second. All right. So now, starting off, hope everybody can see this on the board. Take it from the top. You have Shah, La, and Ma. Okay? Now, a lot of times in Hebrew, that we're actually pronouncing the characters. Thank you very much for water. Okay? We drop the A. All right? So we're going to drop this. So instead of saying, when we greet somebody, instead of saying, hey, Shalom, no, we're going to say, what?
Shalom.
Shalom. Right? Cool. Now, here is what other people who know themselves to be Israelites but cannot necessarily read the text correctly. This is what they will say. This is what we'll do. So now remember how we said I will drop the 8, right? Cool. So now let's drop the 8 here at the bottom. Now people want to say Shala and then Wama. So then they're going to say Shalom. Has anybody heard that? Everybody, okay, cool. So people have heard Shalom. Okay. So now just think, if somebody greets you, hey, Shalom, it kind of sounds. It sounds different. It just doesn't sound right. Okay, because it is, matter of fact, wrong. Okay, pronounced shalom. All right. So now this is what happens. Okay. So now we're here. Of course, you know I'm color coordinated. So this is how it should be pronounced. Sha. Now this is what, when it's written here in this text, this is how it's going to be pronounced. Yeah. So now, remember, we have shalom here. It's the same. It might be written different, but it's still pronounced the same. Okay?
Okay.
So now, let's try it out. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. Okay? Does that make sense?
Come.
Okay. Cool bit. Think of it like, let's see. Now let's go to English. Let's go to English. So now, what if we have this word here? What did we write out? Dawn, right? Okay. Dawn. You see? Now, granted, in English, these are two different words. Okay? But they still have what? Similar pronunciation.
Right.
Okay? Now, here in Hebrew, it's the same, although it has an extra letter to it. Okay? Because that's just what Assyrian ended up doing to the language. Okay? Sometimes it would add extra letters. Okay? But now the context would not change. Okay? All right. So does that make sense for everybody? Yes. Question?
Come. Salaki, sir. So in the paleo, it wouldn't be written with the wa?
Yes, it would.
Okay.
So that's a good question. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. All right. So now let's go to Paleo or Ancient Hebrew. All right. Right from right to left. Oops. Like I was about to write out the pronunciation. All right. So now, right to left. Sha. La. And Ma. All right. Cool. So now we'll write it again. Sha. La. Wa. And Ma. All right, cool. Now, this is the problem. Here, now this is the problem and also the beauty of it. In ancient Hebrew, most times is going to be written with what we like to call bumpers and bridges. Okay? So now here, we put a bumper on a single or singular syllable pronunciation, right? So if I put a bumper here, I'm saying what? Sha. That's it. Cool. Now here we have la and ma. So now let's do a bridge to connect the syllables. So now if I have la and ma, I have a bridge. What am I saying?
Lam.
Lam. Cool. So now let's put it all together. Shalom. Very good. Okay. Cool. Now here comes the problem. Sha.
Lam.
Lam.
But you connected all three of those.
Yes. Yes.
So that's why it's not the same.
Okay. So now, does that make sense for everybody?
Come.
Cool beans. So again, if you ever hear, first, if you hear the Yiddish man want to say, yeah, let's go with that. You hear the Yiddish man saying shalom, that's his version of it. That's his bastardized version of Hebrew. Okay? Cool. Now, and if you hear somebody else, possibly the same, your complexity, your who comes from your same background, your same oppression, all right, and they want to say shalom, that's incorrect as well. All right, it's going to be pronounced shalom, shalom. All right, those times Christ.
Salaki, sir.
Yes.
If I may, in terms of the bastardization of the language and going from the Phoenician
Yes.
to the Yiddish,
All right.
all they did was add vowel points, correct?
Yes.
So that
Now, as far as that, I am not advanced like that. So, as far as like your questions for the Phoenician or like the Assyrian Hebrew with the dots,
right.
I won't be able to like really get that down because really a lot of times from what I've seen, those dots are really referring to the Yiddish.
Right.
But, so I really can't answer that right now.
No, well, my question is that
Okay.
it's just altering the sounds of the characters, not necessarily the placement of the sounds.
Okay.
Because, for instance, I'm looking at the pronunciation in the modern Hebrew, and it's still two syllables.
Okay.
It's still shalom. You know, that's how it'll be pronounced in the Yiddish.
Yes.
Because they're changing the sound of the ah to an o, right? However, it's still two syllables. And I realized that in reading the Hebrew, I use this to actually cheat to see what syllables, where I would put my bridges.
Yes.
So even though it says shalom, I look at this and say shalom because I know the sound that it's supposed to make.
Indeed. And see how you use like the dots.
Right.
I don't always use the dots, but I look at the pronunciation in the interlinear.
Right.
So
yes.
how you saying like this? So how you saying like with the shalom? It's like okay, I'm listening into it. So okay, well it's not shalom. I know it is shalom.
Right.
So you're right.
Right.
Absolutely.
And I was saying that to just say that it couldn't have been shalom being three syllables.
Yes. Very correct. Okay, cool. So now let's see. Let's learn some more Hebrew. Let's learn something simple. Okay? Now earlier you heard people saying you'll hear people saying this. All right? Cool. So here we spelled out THAWADAH. Okay? Tawada. Tawada. All right? Now, tawada is Hebrew for saying thank you. Thank you. Tawada. All right? Okay. Okay. So I get. Let me write that. Thank you. All right. So next. So now we have the water. Of course, we need your welcome. Cool. So earlier we have the water. Here we have a yonder bar. Okay. Now a yonder bar can get tricky because when you're hearing it amongst black folks, you have different dialects. Okay. So you're going to hear some people say a yonder bar. You're going to hear some people say I yonder bar. Okay. But it is pronounced. It is pronounced and written out as a yonder bar. Okay.
Sir, you said
Yes. Con. A yonder bar. All right. Well, here's another word. The brother asked me a question. I answered him in English. I said yes. But now in Hebrew, I'm going to answer Khan. Khan. Okay. So we have Tawada as in thank you. Yonder bar, you're welcome. Khan as in yes. All right. Cool. So now we have Khan for yes. Next is no. And we have la. La. Okay? Cool. So we have the water for thank you. A yonder bar, you're welcome. Khan, yes. La, no. All right? Okay, so here's a question. Does anybody know what God's name is or heard? Go ahead.
So I can say, Yahweh.
Very good. So now the Most High's name is Yahweh. Okay, we'll just put the acronym TMH, the Most High. Yahweh. Right? Yahweh. All right. Now, some people you will see in the text Yah at times, but remember that Yahweh is his actual name. All right? Yahweh. Right? Cool. Any questions so far? No sweat. If we're going too fast, please okay, don't hesitate. You can slow down. All right. So now we learned some words. Let's see. We learned some words. Perhaps we can go over a prayer in Hebrew. Huh? Want to go over a scripture? Yeah, we go over a prayer, and then we go over a scripture. Yes, sis.
Is the prayer in the scripture?
Huh?
Is the prayer in our scripture?
Yes, it is. The prayer is in our scripture. Absolutely. All right. But now this one is translated from the New Testament. Translated from the New Testament. Okay. So, or maybe that might be a little. That might be a little further back. We'll see. Let's see.
Salaki, sir.
Yes.
I just found out in the last Lashawan Qadash class that you can use Bible Hub. And
Bible Hub. Okay.
Kan, and
All
it
right.
gives you the Hebrew for the New Testament.
Okay. All right. We're gonna get to that. All right. I gotta look into that.
Kan.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Excellent.
What was said about Buffalo?
I just learned that you can find more Hebrew translations from Bible Hub. Bible Hub. All right. Cool. You know what? Before we do that, let's see. No sweat. Let's show you. Let me show you something. How Hebrew has been all around our people, but they never knew. All right. Let's see. Okay, so now everybody remembers our alphabet, right? You remember our alphabet? Cool. I'm sorry. Sis, what's your name again? Tiana. Will you mind if I use your name? Cool. So now, see, Tiana, I believe we spell it T I. Nope. T Y.
T-Y-O-N-A.
Okay. No sweat. No sweat. No. That's fine. That's fine. We can go with it. Let's go. Okay. So spell it out for me if you could. T
E.
E. Okay.
Y-O-N-A.
Cool. So now it's Tiana, right? Cool beans. So now, what if I could show you that Hebrew has always been around us? So now we have Tiana, right? So now let's use some of our characters that we learned in Hebrew, right? Cool. So now we have T, all right? But now all of it is not as pinpoint, but you will understand. Okay, so we have T, right? So now let's go with Ta, right? We'll go with that. Ta. Now we have what? What's the pronunciation?
Yeah.
Huh? So Ya, but now how is she pronounce it? Tiana, right? Tiana, right? So good. So now Ta, Na, right?
All right.
Taana. Or here's something else you might say, right? Okay, cool. So now here, what do we have here? Latanya. Cool. Now let's write this out with the characters. All right? Just doing the pronunciations. La, ta, na, and ya. La, Tanaya, la, tan, ya.
You put the bridges.
Exactly.
Right.
So boom, boom, boom. La, Tanya.
So how would you put her name to the bridges?
How will we do that? Let's see. Because also what we have, she says T on it, right? T on it. Okay. Now granted, there are no E's, right? So what we had to do is add the I to it. Right? So now we have I, and na. So what's lucky? Bridge here. Bumper. Bumper. So then tie, or for her, T, na. See?
So in Hebrew, we wouldn't really be able to say that.
No, in Hebrew, we will pronounce instead of Tiana, Ta'ana. Ta'ana.
That's pretty cool.
Okay. So you see, like certain names, like Hebrew has been around us, but we didn't know. We didn't know because our original culture was stripped from us. It was taken instead. All right. Cool. Let's see. I knew I had a couple other names like that was. Here we go. Okay, so now we have the characters da, ra, I, and sa. Yes. Erase that. Da, ra, I, and sa. Huh?
Darius,
Yes. Yes. Dara, Ias. See, the Hebrew is there, but it's just been bastardized. It's been bastardized. Okay? You see the connections? Cool. All right. Let's see. So we've gone over our alphabet, gone over some names. Let's see. Now let's try going over a prayer. Right? Cool. So now when you come to the school, you'll hear us do a lot of prayers. Okay? You know what? Actually, we'll do another prayer that you can find in the Old Testament. Do another prayer. If you can, turn your if you have your Bibles with you, you can go to Psalms 121. Go to that. Let's do Psalms 121. Right? Something a little easy. Right? Go to Psalms 121. Oh, man, oops. Well, I don't have any of these notes.
And Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
If I may, before we start that, could I ask how to spell Abba?
Yes. Absolutely. The water for that. The water for that. That was I knew there was some more simple words I did want to go over, but I got sidetracked. So like for that. Cool. So now we have word Abba. Abba in Hebrew means father. Abba in Hebrew means father. Right. Okay. Cool. Now, Amma in Hebrew means general. What would if Abba means father in Hebrew? What would Amma mean in Hebrew? In the building. That's right. Get a sister hand. Okay. Cool thing. Amma. All right. Oh, mother. Oh, not motor. Thank you for that. Cool. All right, so Abba means father. Amma means mother. Let's see. Ak will mean
Brother.
brother. Cool. Okay, so Ak will mean brother, right? It's something else. Bond, B-A-N, bond or bana, put together. Bond will mean
Son.
son. Very good. Bond will mean son. Okay, cool.
Slaki said.
Yes.
Could it also mean child?
Yes.
Okay.
Can mean child. Yes, sis.
Does it mean child? Because anytime it's talking in general, it's always gonna use the male version.
Yes. Will be bond. Okay. But now when it comes, we'll get back to that as far as children. Okay. So now here, bond means son or child. Right? Cool. Now when we do that, aqua is going to mean sister. Sister. All right. Aqua means sister. And okay, so now let's see. It's Tiana. I have a new word here. This is Hebrew. Can you pronounce this for me in Hebrew? Okay, now hold on. Remember our characters. Remember our characters, right? So now how will we put our first character? Okay, and then we have the TH, right? Cool. So now go ahead and pronounce all of it together. Yes. Ba. Not bath. Not bath, but ba. Okay, cool. Now in Hebrew, ba will mean daughter.
What means daughter?
No sweat. Daughter in Hebrew means is bath, spelled as in bath. All right. Cool bean. So,
What?
y'all the brother. So now, take it from the top. Abba means father. Amma is mother. Ab is brother. Ban is son or children. Aqua, sister. Ba is daughter. Okay, cool. Now, earlier we had a question about child or children. So now, here we have Young. Young, as in children. All right. Next question.
Come on. I'm conflicted in terms of how it's written versus how I think we say it, or I'm not sure in the prayer.
So now, what do you mean?
Abanawa.
Okay, cool. So now, when you hear Abba now, right? This is what you are saying. So we have Abba, right? Now remember from your notes, okay, when we talked about what the prefixes and suffixes and such, and also possessions.
Right.
Nouns, right?
Right.
Cool. So now when you hear, we'll just write it for the edification of the class. Abba now.
Okay.
You hear Abba now. Now you're saying,
Right.
that's right, our Father. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Our Father.
Right.
Abba here, Nawa is out. Yes.
Right. But the question is, there's a Yah in there.
Mm-hmm.
I can show you. Salaki said.
Oh, sweet.
If I may.
Please.
This is chapter 6, verse 9. Right here. So, there you go. Right here. Abba Yanawa. Abba Yanawa. And if I look it up in the interlinear.
Mm-hmm. No sweat. So now, but remember that's the Assyrian. Now, okay. No, I've seen cool.
Okay.
So now, how do we pronounce it though? When we say in our prayers.
Abba Nawa. Right.
So it's just
it's the same thing with the
same
the bridge.
Yeah,
So.
because see, I have not seen it, and I was not taught that.
Okay.
So now I cannot teach you that. So now that's what I'm saying. I was taught Abba now, meaning our Father. Okay.
Right.
No sweat.
So it's just okay. I was just saying if there was a formula for what to pronounce or what to bridge together, so that when I am reading it, I can read somewhat fluently.
That's valid. That's valid. No sweat. Okay. So Abba now, our Father. Very good. Very good. All right. We have all this. Cool. So now, you know what? So we've gone over some words. Perhaps we can go over a greeting. As we go over a greeting, right? Especially when people, say they come into the truth, you want to tell them, say, yeah, man, I'm a Hebrew, I'm a black Israelite, right? So then what happens is, but for those people who wouldn't even really consider being, an Israelite, a lot of times it comes from, how the cliche is, sometimes your own people, unfortunately, right? And they'll ask you, oh man, are you Israelite? Man, speak some Hebrew, or what? Right? It's like, well, you never thought about this Hebrew until I said something to you, right? So cool. So how about this? Next time somebody approaches you, let's teach you a little bit of Hebrew that you can just recite off the top of your head. All right? Sound simple enough? Cool.
Okay.
Beans. All right. Right. Cool. So now, this right here is for the brothers. Okay, and this is what they'll say, right? But of course, for the kids in the class, we just go ahead and write the whole thing out, so you can also understand what they're saying. Oh man, I forgot to go over this too. All right. So now, here's a little bit of Hebrew. All right, for the brothers, you can say, man, speak some Hebrew. You know what? No sweat. You can say Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Barakatah. Right? Cool. And it's interesting because now you're going to talk to people who are trying to slight you and mock you for wanting to be who you really are. All right, you understand? Cool. So now let's break this down. All right. So now, of course, now we know Yahweh to be what? The Most High. Very good. First the acronym TMH. All right. Cool. Yahweh. Now here we have I wrote this wrong, Salakia. Shem or Sham. Shem. Just remember those dialects. Those dialects. They're gonna come up. They'll come up.
Coming out?
That's right.
All right. You have a good night.
Cool beans. So now we have Bahashem. That's right. So you have a different dialect. Bahashem. Yeah, I forgot. You from East Side, right? That's it. Go ahead.
Bahashem.
Bahashem. See, he's from Shreveport. He's from the Bayou.
Yeah, my parents from there.
That's right. That's no slay. That's where you from too. No slay. You got that same dialect. Most times, right? And says, where are you from?
I'm from East Point.
Okay, so we got East Side. I'm South Side.
Okay,
we got East Point. Okay. All right. I got from the Bayou as well. Excellent. Okay. So now, Yahweh, the Most High, Bahashem. Right? Now, this is written as one word, but in the name. Right? Bahashem. In the name. Okay? And go over this. Yahushai is the actual name of Christ in Hebrew. All right? So, in the name of,
Is that Jesus though, not Christ?
yes. Jesus.
Oh wow.
So for the education of the class, the name was Jesus. Yes.
Just dissecting it piece by piece.
Yes.
Sham actually means name, and then the ba and the ha are prefixes, and the ba is in and ha is the. So it's in the name.
Very good.
Wow.
Very good.
Okay, I was just seeing how it breaks
So
down.
you went back to your other class with the
Yeah,
The articles.
The prefix is right. I got all the prefixes.
No, very good, very good, very good. I don't mind. See, that's what we do. That's why you always hear me say, go back to your notes. Go back to your notes. Check them out. All right. Excellent, excellent. So, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai. Here's something for you. Barak. Barak. Similar to what you might hear from a former president. Right? Yeah. Kind of close, huh? Interesting. Barak. Bless. And you. So interesting for brothers who want to slight other brothers for claiming they're Israelite, and then they want to knock you and say, "Man, speak a little Hebrew." And here's something else. Here's something interesting. Your first Hebrew to them is going to be that the Most High, in the name of Christ, bless you. Right? Isn't that interesting? See, that's how we are in the truth. You know what I'm saying? You know, we might have to battle our brothers, but we don't want to. You know what I'm saying? We want to bring all brothers and sisters, all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians into the truth. Right? Especially under Commander Yahanna, I.S.U.P.K, we're going to show how we have that discipline. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool.
Salaki, sir.
And wouldn't it be more correct to say the water atha versus just the water?
Well, in a statement, possibly.
In a statement.
Possibly, but like I said, like right now, I've been taught the water as in like it's already
That's
like
what I was about
thanks.
to say.
Yes.
It's not
More
saying thank you, it's saying
Thanks.
Thanks.
Right.
Mhm.
That's the actual definition of the word. The water
Yes.
is
Thanks.
thanks versus
thank you.
Yeah.
thank you.
I just
The water
I just
atha.
happen to always say thank you.
Right, because that
so-
would then be weird because it's thanks you.
Yes.
So
So-
it's just thanks.
Yes. So thanks. The water.
Right.
Thanks. All right. Cool beans. So
Oh, wait a minute.
so next, let's do the greeting for the sisters. Right. Cool beans.
I think that was his one,
Is it?
About to find out. About to find out.
Y'all black. Talk. And we gonna still talk.
I think I'll just say it slow.
No sweat. No sweat. So now we have Yahweh, Shamar. It only seems like that because I just wrote 2 words on the first line.
No.
all it is.
No, it's longer. I was longer.
That's all it is.
That's a lot here.
Huh?
It did take me more practice to get the women's salute than it did for the men's salute.
Indeed. You know, because it's just a change. That's all. Okay,
Right.
so we have Yahweh, Shamar.
See, he's still running. They put y'all up there real quick.
Let me check the tape because it looked like it was the same amount of characters. I don't know.
All right. So here. So now, this is the salute or the greeting for a sister. Yes.
Look, I said so, but
So,
you
okay,
know, I had to.
So just for the let's see. So just to prove all things, the brother salute is Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Rock, God. So 5 words. 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I still see 6.
No, you just trying
I
to
see
get
6.
the bumpers and bridges help.
No, prove all things. Prove all things. All right. So now, here we have 4 of the sisters. Okay, so my sisters coming into the truth. Yes.
Salaki, sir.
Yes.
I'm the Barakatah.
Mhm.
I never knew that to be on the back of
Oh,
the.
wait.
Right.
Thank you.
I got it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
That's why I was like, did we say Barakatah?
Right, and I
Yeah,
had to,
exactly.
don't
Right.
be
I'm
sure,
sorry.
make sure, so I had to.
No. Absolutely. I appreciate it.
Right.
Yeah.
Salaki. I am.
Trying to prove you
He just added some words.
wrong. You name it, see? Trying to do all that. Guess what? You fell for that trap. So, cool beans. So now, getting back, we have, this is going to be the whole salute right here for the sisters. Okay? And also, the brothers will say this to the sisters. Okay? So now, let's try it out. Sisters,
Yahweh.
Sisters, Yahweh, Shamar,
Shemar.
Al-Athah,
Alatah.
Bahashem,
Bahashem.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh.
Cool beans. Now let's write it out. Right here, asking for the Most High. Watch. So Shamar is watch or keep. Okay? But and protect. Yeah. Well, yes, it is protect because also another word for protect is my gun. All right, to shield. So in this context here, Yahweh Shamar, the Most High, watch. And here, Al-Athah, over you. Yes. All right. In the name of Christ. All right. Cool beans. Now let's try this out again. So now here's our salute. Yahweh, Shamar, Al-Athah, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Now, here's something. We should we always for the brothers as well. When there's more than one man, when it's plural,
Right.
you will say, hold on. Remember now, I'm coordinated. So we'll write this out in the blue. Ah. Okay. Now here, when you are greeting a brother in Hebrew, it's one-on-one. You will say Yahweh, Shamar, Al-Athah, Hashem, Yahweh Shai. But now, if you are greeting multiple brothers at the same time, then you will say Yahweh, Shamar, Al-Athon, Hashem, Yahweh Shai.
Wow.
So it's like you all.
Yes. Very good. It's magic you pointed it out too, because guess what? That's in our notes.
Right.
That's in our notes. Go ahead, brother.
And Salakia, sir.
Yes.
That's more specifically, it's you all women or you all feminine.
Yes.
Because if I was to say it to the brothers, it would be ala thumb
That is right.
for
That's why I said I didn't
you
go
all
over
male.
that as well.
Wow, I just saw that because I thought thumb was plural,
Plural.
in general, but it's plural male, masculine versus plural feminine.
Very good. That is correct.
Wow.
That's correct. So again, for the sisters,
So that's y'all women.
huh?
Right. Got it.
Okay, fine it. Fine it. You know what? This is perfect for you girls right here. Right?
Yes.
You girls right here. How was Samar done by Shimyasa? That's it, you girls. Okay?
Done.
I was done. All right? Cool. So let's try it one more time. Sisters, can we try this out? Okay. Cool. Sisters.
Yahweh, Shamar, Allah, Son, Hashem, Yahweh.
All right. Okay. Cool beans. Cool beans. So now, excellent. So now that means at the end of class, when we salute the sisters should be able to say it back. Sounds like a plan?
Slap.
Slap. Sounds like a plan. Absolutely. Let's do it. And for the edification of the class, let's write that on the board. Slap. Sounds like a plan.
Not Hebrew.
It's not Hebrew. Sounds like a plan. All right? Very good, very good, very good.
That's slap.
Absolutely. Slap.
What is that?
Slap.
I was like, what are y'all talking
Yes.
about?
Sounds like a plan. That's right. Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. So far, are there any questions? Any questions? Okay. Are there any questions? Okay, there are no questions. Now, is there anything you're afraid to ask? Amazing. Amazing. You see how you just reword it? You see how you just reword the question and you fall into my trap again?
Let me answer first then.
Hold on. All right. Yeah. I'm sorry, everybody has this, right? Correct? Everybody has this?
Come.
All right, cool. No sweat. I'll teach you that in a minute. No sweat. No sweat. All right, question.
The question.
Okay, no sweat.
Did you write my name?
Huh? Absolutely. I can. Sure thing. All right. Real quick, now before we get into writing, yes, we will go over some names. That's very nice. Cool. So now, earlier, here's another statement that you will hear in Israel in the school. This is very important. Khan Adawan Khan. This is very important right here. Very important. All right. Before I tell you what it is, you just say it with me. Khan Adawan Khan. Excellent. Again. Khan Adawan Khan. Very good.
Do it real fast.
Nope. I'm not gonna do that because you've already fallen into my trap. Cool. Now this is what you said in Hebrew. All right. And also, here's a trick, ladies, sisters. You can say this in Hebrew. You won. All right. You won, or you can win. Okay. And of course, sisters love to win, right? In good context, right? Sisters, you like to win? In good context. Oh no, only I have one sister who likes to win. There you go. There we go. All right. Cool beans. So far you said yes and yes. Here is Adawan.
What? Has to be in such big letters.
Okay, I'm sorry. You're right. I'm sorry. You know, I'm coordinated.
Right.
3D. Right in 3D. Yes, Lord, yes. Not like the gospel songs. Yes, Lord, yes. Well, yeah, it is. All right. You're also saying this. You are in Hebrew. You are saying, yes, Lord, yes. Yes, sir, yes. Khan, Adawan, Khan. John, Adawan, Khan.
Con, I want con.
Excellent, excellent. So, for instance, if I ask a brother, young man Charles, I need you to go to the back, take a look at the computer for me. And he says,
Con, I want con.
excellent. Yes, Lord, yes. If I'm at home and I say to a sister at the house or to my rib, and I say in nice terms, you know what? Matter of fact, remind me, we gotta look up the word honey in Hebrew. Okay? Or you know what? I can say sweet. Hey, sweetness, Naya Kai. Even though that's not her name, right? But I will say, sweetheart, I need you to fix me something to eat. Baba Kasha, please. I've had a long day. And she will say,
Come on, sir.
or in Hebrew, she can say, Khan na one Khan. Yes, you're correct, right. It is the same. It is the same. She's saying Khan, sir. Because for her, in English, it is easier to say Khan, sir.
Come, I don't want come.
In the building. Okay. Right? So, Khan, Ottawa, Khan. Right? Cool, good.
Sir,
Yeah.
I think, honey is in the pot.
Mm.
Yeah.
Now, see, now the sweet, to be sweet is Naya Ka.
Yeah, his
Nice.
sister that passed, I think her name was the pot. And it
Pot?
was flowing honey.
Okay. All right. All right. Cool. All right. So now we had questions about names. Is that correct?
Yes.
Names. Okay, cool. So we want to go over some names. Best.
Oh, come on, I want come.
See? Once again, you fall into my trap. Cool beans. So now let's go over some names. Let's go over some names. Let's see. Okay, so we went over Yahushua, went over Christ's name. All right. Let's go over some sisters' names. Right? All right. So here's one.
Beautiful name. Excellent choice.
It's one of my favorites. Okay, cool. So now let's try this out.
Ma,
Na.
na.
All right. You might have heard this before in the Muppet song. Phenomena. Right?
Really?
Kind of. All right. But Amana. Right? And this is the beauty of when you coming into the truth of the I.S.U.P.K. When you come to the truth and you do your time and you have a new mindset, you get a new name or a new shaman, right? And also the name, you're going to get a name that describes you, okay? That fits you. So here we have Amana, right? And Amana means this. It means she cares or pillar of All right. So if you hear, so now that you know this name here, right, and you hear this name in Israel, you say, hey, I'm looking for a sister named Amina. Because now you know what her name means, you already know what kind of woman she is.
Right.
You already know her character.
Right.
Because why? The name speaks for itself.
Right.
Okay? Everybody understand? Oh, cool. Most high in Christ. All right? So, Amina, she cares. Right? Let's see. Let's see. Okay? Earlier we talked about being sweet. Correct? So now here's another name. Ka, thank you. All right. Now your ka, right? Means pleasant or sweet. All right. Pleasant or sweet. Cool. Now here's something. Here's a word that you'll hear in some sisters' names, just to describe them. Your pa. Your pa, right? Your pa in Hebrew means beautiful. All right. A lot of times you'll hear your pa and then another name for that.
Right.
So like you hear your pa shayar, like beautiful song. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what your pa means. You see that? Your pa means beautiful. Okay? Excellent. Cool. So now we've gone over a few sisters' names. Let's go over a few brothers' names. Right? Cool. Let me start off with Rataziah. All right? Rataziah. He is the captain, I.S.U.P.K, in Atlanta. Rataziah means serious or sincere. Okay? Serious or sincere. All right? Now, here is, let's see. Here's a brother from Chicago. Right? His name is Saquon. Right? Now look at that. Saquon. That kind of sounds, oh look, yeah, it sounds like, it sounds Ebonic.
Zaquan.
Saquon. Sounds Ebonic. Guess what? That's Hebrew. That's Hebrew. Right? Saquon means ancient. All right? Ancient or elder, as in wisdom. All right? Cool. Let's see. Let's go with let's go with a popular, let's go with a real popular name. A real popular name. Haha, again, you fall into my trap.
Oh, boo.
Exactly. Here. Here. You've heard this name here. Tazaryak. Tazaryak. Now, of course, we being American, we being English, we have different dialects.
Right.
So now we're going to pronounce this last time Tazaryak. Right? But it's pronounced Tazaryak. If I'm correct, Tazaryak means stronghold. Stronghold. See?
Strong counsel, stronghold,
Yeah. Strong counsel, stronghold. Tazaryak. All right? Yes.
Based on the way Captain Rathaziah's name is pronounced, that is the Ra, the Ta, and the Za, not the Ra and the Taza, and the Ya and the Ha.
Here, Ra to Zaya. So as far as I've known, it's been like Ra, Taza, and Ya. Yes.
Oh yeah, like it's another brother name. His name is like Tazai, but it is pronounced with Tazai and Da. But you know, Tazai, you know, Tazai, Da. You know what I'm saying? It sounds different. I mean, it sounds different.
Yes.
It kind of pronounced the same, but Tazai, Tazai, Da, separate.
That's right.
And Tazai is Tazai, Da.
That's right. Very good. Very good. Getting back to yours, as far as I know of, it's always been Ra to Zaya. So it's like,
Rathaziah.
as far as I know, yes, it is three. It is at least three. 4 characters. 4 characters.
Ra, the Ya and the Ha
Yeah.
at the end. So Ra, Taza, Ya. Ra, Tazaya.
Yeah. So
Ra to Zaya.
Ra to Zaya.
Okay, Ra, Tazaya. Okay, because I was thinking it's Ra, Tazaya. Okay.
Very good. Very good. All right.
Got it. Go up.
All right. No sweat.
Shalom.
Hey. Salakia.
Shalom, Shalom, Mr. Boss. Going on the council, I was just checking in with your dog.
Hey, how about you, Mr. Akata? I'm glad you called in, sir. We're writing your name up
Yeah,
next.
man, what's going on?
Yeah, man, he's just talking to you.
All right, you go ahead, brother. You got it.
Oh,
No, no
God.
sweat. No sweat, sir. We know. Glad you called in. We're just writing down your name. Here we have Nakashwan. Nakashwan. All right. Now, here's a good name here. Strong name. Nakashwan means leader.
Right.
Leader. All right. Very good. Huh? Yes.
Okay, so like you said, if I'm not mistaken,
Uh-huh.
that's a situation where we're bridging 1, 2, 3. We're bridging the 3 characters at the end of Nakashwan versus Nakashawan.
Okay. Haha. I'm glad you said that. Because that right there is just dialect.
That's just dialect.
Yes. Similar to Tazaryak.
Okay.
Similar to Tazaryak. But his name is Nakashwan. But because of dialect, we just happen to say Nakashawan.
Nakashawan.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. So, but his name is Nakashwan.
Because the way you wrote it, it would be that bridge along all the Shah, the Wa,
Yes, because
and the
the
Na.
Shah here is going to the Shah. The Shah is going to drop the A.
Right.
Yes. All right. Makes
So
sense?
it's Salaki. So you're saying it should be Nakashwan.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
okay.
That's why I say similar. That's why I say similar
right.
to Zaryak's name. We would pronounce it. We kind of pronounce it. You do pronounce it Tazariak, right? But it's pronounced Tazariak.
Kind. So it's na bumper, kash
Yes.
bridge, wan bridge.
Yes.
So it's 3 syllables. Na kash wan.
That's right. How about this?
Versus na kash wan. Wow. Okay. Right. Right.
You
Na
have it.
kash
The Kash
wan.
one.
Right.
Mhm.
Na kash wan.
Very good. Very good.
Kind. The water.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So, make sense now?
Kind.
Excellent.
I've been saying it wrong.
Huh? Kash one.
But like the Lashawan.
Yeah, Kash one. Yeah. But it is, but, you know, that's how it's written out. But now, if I'm wrong, hold on. You know what? Prove all things.
Right.
Also, the Kash one. You up?
Yeah, I'm here. What's going on, bro?
Come, Salakia, sir. We having a little debate right now with the Hebrew class because we want to make sure that we are pronouncing your name correctly, sir. So when we spell, is it Nakashawan or Nakashwan?
Right, that second one is correct. So, you know, I think Joe Yahanna was teaching this class before me. Had talked about it a dozen times. You're not always going to get it the first time. It's not incorrect if you say Nakashawan. Not incorrect at all. Neither is it incorrect when you say Tazariak. But because of the English language, the way we pronounce things, we usually just go with it. Because I think you just brought his name up too.
Yes.
His name was actually Tazariak.
Okay.
But because, you know, this goes to the English language, we mash all those things together and it kind of sounds like a song. So neither way, you know, it's incorrect because we're on the captivity, of course, you know. And, you know, it's Nakah Shwan. But when brothers say it fast, it sounds like Nakah Shwan.
Okay.
Right.
You know, it's a lot of but yeah.
Okay. Yes, sir. Water for that. Water for that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro.
Oh, there we have it. There we have it. Cool beans. Cool. Yes. Another question?
And what is your name?
Oh, well, okay. All right. Yeah, I'm nobody special. All right, no sweat. Cool. So, me, myself, I am Hadar Amath. I am Hadar Amath. All right. And my name means honor, truth. That's what my name means. So if you hear Hadar Amath, honor, truth. All right. And also here's something else. You'll see Amath
Right.
in the scriptures. Amath means truth. So you will hear, you might hear other names in Israel. Kazak Amath.
Right.
But his name means truth. All right? Cool. Good. You want to go over mine? We can do one more name. We do one more name. My brother, my right hand man tonight. Posh. Kaya. Posh Kaya means living soul. Yes, very good, very good. So the posh is soul.
Right.
Kaya is living. So the posh kaya, living soul. All right. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. So before we go, are there any other questions?
Yeah, I have a question. How do you say why in Hebrew?
How do I say, like, asking the question, why? Honestly, I don't know that one. Let me see if I can look that up. Let me look that up. I don't know that off the top of my head. So with that, to give you a made up answer, I will look it up. Okay. So here, so now what I will do is I go to the interlinear, go into the Bible, I look up in the Hebrew, right? So I start to read, I read the scriptures in the Hebrew, and then let's see. I see the word, I look up the word, I see the word why, and now in Hebrew, why appears to be the word ma.
Oh, ma, not maha.
Appears to be ma. Ask the question. So if you see, we can look in Genesis 4, chapter 6, and just to make sure, let me look up somewhere else because why appears in here multiple times. Yes, ma is why. But now, this is how it's going to be spelled, though, right? So now, when asking the question, why in Hebrew, here are the characters. Ma and ha, right? Now pronounced, written in English, ma. Ma. All right. Now, of course, this is different from when looking at our notes when it comes to suffixes and prefixes, correct? Because that ma with just the singular letter, which is part of a word,
Right.
or a phrase,
Right.
it's going to mean from.
Right.
Okay? But here, ma and ha is pronounced ma as in why. Yes, question.
Come. Looking at the definition of ma, the first definition is what, how, of what kind.
Okay.
The adverb is how, now, why, how, wherein, whereby, by what means, so on and so forth.
Very good. So showing that ma in this it can have different contexts and meanings.
Right.
Well, different meanings, but still, what's like different variations. They have different variations,
right?
But it's meaning the same thing.
But Salaki,
Go ahead.
the reason I brought that out was because everywhere I see why in the text is la ma versus just ma. Because if you apply the prefix or two or four, and the definition of ma, the primary definition being what, it would kind of be like I would be another way of saying for what.
Very good. So now, when you look at that, look at the linear.
Right.
The reason I wrote that out, I wrote this out because of the root word.
Right.
So that's what I'm writing out. I'm writing out the root word.
Right.
Okay. No sweat.
Okay.
No sweat.
So the law will be for.
Yes, that's it.
For what?
For what?
Or why, and they translate it as why.
Because basically we're saying it.
Yeah, but most times when you are seeing it as Lama.
Right, because it's like,
'Cause they-
why sayest thou?
Mhm.
Is for what
Yeah.
say you?
Yes.
Or why did
So
you
then-
say?
So then with that being said, we'll stick to the scripture. And we'll say Lama.
But
Right.
why is the root?
Yes. With
Ma
Ma being
is
the
the
root
root.
word.
Right.
But to ask the question, why Lama? All right. That was a very good question, sis. Thank you for asking that. Thank you.
Oh,
Yes.
it appears that, from, because I think some words that we say in English don't just directly translate into Hebrew.
No. For instance, when we did the what do we say? When we say to what? In the name of, like, but there's no necessarily of.
Right.
You see, but it's just saying in the name.
Jesus.
You see what I'm saying? So yes, that will happen. That will happen.
Yeah,
All right.
like there seems like there's no why, it's for what.
Mhm.
Right.
You just change what up to
Mhm.
whatever.
Indeed.
Right.
All right. Are there any other questions? All right. Going once,
La.
going twice,
Say.
3 times in the back, or
Oh,
absolutely, absolutely.
Most High
In the
Christ.
building. Most High in Christ, Most High in Christ. Why everybody for checking in? And with that, we'll pass the class off to Priest and Officer Napash Kaya.
SHALAM, Israel. This is I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We're at I.S.U.P.K started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Room for a new brother and sister. Where new brothers and sisters come to the school, they are living for 6 months. They are here to be saluted only. They are here to set themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to marry. Must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 to 10. My Ishura, that means 10 in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you the treasury department or teacher. Priest bond, free will offer, priest are not mandatory, whatsoever amount you like to give. The next convocation is going to be the Feast of Hanukkah, that means the Feast of Dedication. That's going to be on the 9th month on the 25th day. They're going to be December 17th, Saturday, sundown. You also can find this in the book of First Maccabees, chapter 4, verse 52 to 61. I'll walk in to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boot, shirt, pant, headband, and a scarf. With that, give one curse salute to teacher, meaning Israel, Mighty. Meaning Israel, a mighty spot, a mighty rock.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah.
Why I said to you, the Lashawan Qadash is the name of the Most High. Bless you. Y'all on top, me hands down. Sorry, turn to sister. Sister stand. A mighty. Where you knew. Then you put your right hand on your left, your feet like this, in a 45-degree angle like this. When I say Barak, you put your right hand on your chest, just like this. Like this. When I say Barak, no, not yet, but we'll give one curse salute. So I walk you into the school, me Israel, a mighty Sabbat, a mighty Barak.
Yahweh Shamar Alabah Hashem Yahushai.
Yahweh, Shamar, Alatah, Bashim, Yahushua.
Why just said to sisters, may the Most High, in Lashawan Qadash, may the Most High watch over you in the name of Christ. Ayat on the top, and hands down, class.
Nice meeting you. Nice meeting you too. All right, bye. Hope to see you again. That's music. Smooth. I can tell. I'm tell.